I know, Jeff.
I'm afraid soap is
no substitute for a good night's sleep, but...
Well, maybe not, but,
Todd better. Well, thank you for getting me out of the hospital.
Well, you deserve it. I mean, you'd been there for hours. I mean, there was nothing more you could do, and thankfully, Mel is out of the woods.
Yeah. Forgot about Patrick for a little while.
Hey, Patrick wanted you to be happy. So keep that in mind.
Thank you for being such a good friend.
You make it a pleasure, Kelly.
So, I will go get changed and meet you back here.
Okay. Okay, take your time. I'm in absolutely no hurry.
Okay.
Hey! Oh, Maggie, I left a stack of bills back in the office.
No, get them later. Let's tell Ian the news.
What news?
It's over.
It's being...
What's been troubling you and Max? All right, I've had enough. I'm giving you the warehouse lot.
You what?
And in return, Max is going to give me an alternative piece of property where I can build my school and a partnership in your development deal. You won, all right? But hopefully I did too. Excuse me, am I missing something? I mean, isn't this the big opportunity the two of you have been waiting for?
Dorothy, your father is awake. In fact, he just said something to the nurse that turned her red. Dorothy, do not waste this opportunity. Your father is sober, he's awake, and he's immobile. What more could we ask? Go see him now.
I think we're praying for Dad.
Without ceasing.
Throw one in for me.
One Life to Live, brought to you by Kellogg's.
I swear, this was not a plot to make you visit me. I need getting shot on me. Oh, I'm glad it's this way. Lucky the Irish, I suppose.
Well, I guess I'm lucky too, Dad, that I didn't lose you for starters. And God knows you came close enough. You scared us all to death. And I'm lucky you're not in a coma so that I can tell you that I love you. And I always have. That's why I've been cutting you out of my life. Because otherwise it gets too sad seeing you commit the longest suicide on record. I thought if I stayed away long enough, that maybe you would sober up enough to say, you know, I miss old Dorothy, so why don't I spend a little time with her instead of this bottle, like there's much choice there. Who's a very good friend and your daughter, pain in the butt. And who the hell am I to make you choose between us anyway? I mean, I had no right to do that. I'm sorry. Or I would be if I weren't mad as hell at you for making me feel guilty. I mean, how do you pull that off? You're lucky, just like you said. You've got this gift.
Is that it? Don't hold anything back.
When I rehearsed it in my head, there was more, but I think you got the drift.
Yeah. Loud and clear. So, where do I frame a response? Maybe I love you. Maybe there. Can that be the one thing you never doubt, even though I know Always make you feel like you come in second best to my drinking.
Yeah, but I set myself up for that. I mean, I'm the one who made it either or. Those are my rules, not yours. And I lost.
It's any consolation, Dorothy. I haven't had a drink since I saw you in New York. Not to say I'd object if that were a very dry martini dripping into my vein. I'm not a new man, that's for sure. And I can't promise what I'll say or do when I get out of here. But at the moment, I'm pure as the driven snow. And being a driven man, that's the best I have to offer.
Well, you know what they say in those 12-step groups you look down after.
If I hear the words, one day at a time, I swear I will rip this ivy out, and you will have to watch your father's naked posterior disappearing down the hall in search of the nearest bar stool.
Dad, analysis was part of my psychotherapy training, but seeing your naked posterior would put me right back on the couch, so I promise not to 12-step you.
Good.
And we can move on to other things like, how did you get in here? How did you end up in the line of fire?
It was an accident.
Of course, there are no accidents, but if I say that, you'll rip out your IV and we'll be dealing with the bare bottom again with innocent bystanders screaming.
Wait. Are you saying that my threats are empty?
I'm saying you don't have to threaten me. I don't want a confrontation. I don't want anything, Daddy. I just am really happy that you're alive.
Okay, I'm a little confused. I thought this was the perfect compromise. You guys would get the warehouse lot, I would get a place for my school, and the three of us would work as partners. Unless that's the problem. You don't want me aboard.
No. It would be wonderful to have you working alongside us. I didn't know that's what you wanted. Is it?
What I wanted was a school in the heart of East Landview. You know, where I could make a difference and teach kids how to make their dreams come true. But that didn't work out. I'm not that good of a role model. My dream is a bunch of rubble, pile of ashes. But I can't afford to rebuild. You guys can. So please, let me be a part of it.
You trust us to do something that you could be proud of?
What, my brother and the man that I love? Absolutely. So, partners?
Deal.
You won't be sorry, I promise. I'll see ya.
Where are you going?
Let me go say hello to the twins. I'll be back.
You bloody coward. You didn't have the guts to tell her, did you?
No, I didn't.
Not only did you deceive her, but when she was at her weakest, you made her an offer that she couldn't refuse, so that you could get your hands on her property, which is really all that you wanted, wasn't it? So I suppose the moral of that is, if you want something, you've got a problem, just burn down the building.
You know that is not what I meant to do, and... Look, you may think I'm taking advantage of her, but the way I see it, I'm trying to make up for what I did to her, okay? She's going to have a perfect place to build her school, and she's going to be partners in our company.
She is getting everything but the truth.
Ian, did you notice? She's happy. She's even excited about the future. She's going to have the perfect place for her school. She's going to be able to build it. She's going to be able to work with us. Do you really want to spoil all that?
Don't you get it? It already has been spoiled. I mean, do you honestly think that Maggie won't eventually find out what you did? And then, what is she going to feel about the man whom she loves?
Hi, Matt.
Kelly!
You decided not to change.
No, look, let's just go. I'll wait in the lobby.
Bye.
Well, what do you want from me?
I want you to ignore the advice I gave you, that you let go of whatever it was with you and Patrick. You are totally incapable of letting anything go, as am I. Pretending that we are is not helping us.
Okay. You almost got yourself killed yesterday trying to save my daughter. And for that, I owe you.
You think I did that just for you? Sorry, pal. But I think I am in love with your little girl. Okay? At the very least, I am totally committed to her. She is part of my life now. She is part of my family now. And for better or for worse, so are you. And that means if you're in trouble, which you are, then so am I. And I'm scared, Todd, because I don't know what it is that's after us, you, me, and Star. You owe me something? Then tell me what it is my family is up against.
Kara's gonna try to fit me in tomorrow.
Wonderful. I mean, she's got to feel confident that she can win custody of Star for you once again. I mean, just look at you. You're completely recovered, and on the other hand, people are being killed. The custodial parent's home.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get Star back, and I'm gonna keep her this time, and I'm gonna get as much money as I can in my hands to protect her from Todd for the rest of her life.
Ian.
You bet.
I hesitate to ask, but have you thought about Kelly?
Kelly doesn't need a billionaire. I do. Besides, Kelly's just flirting. It's not like I'm breaking up some great romance or anything.
Don't overlook the fact that Ian just might have an opinion in all this.
Dorian, you just give me a little time and I will have Ian on his knees begging me to marry him.
Do you love him?
I love Todd. Look where it got me.
Point well taken. What does Ian get in the deal?
A stunning trophy wife, of course. I am prepared to make Ian Armitage the happiest man alive if he is able to cut Star from Todd and pay back my family and me for everything Todd has done.
I hope you include Mel in that. Your ex nearly got Mel killed.
I know.
And all the time I was in the hospital waiting, I kept getting this picture in my mind over and over again. Mel falling, all that blood.
Dorian, Mel is going to be all right.
I wish I were with him now. But his mother and his daughter are there with him, and I think they minded my hovering.
Oh, they said that?
Maybe I'm projecting.
So what do you think about Mel's mother? I mean, I still can't believe that she is actually the Dr. Maud. I mean, can you imagine growing up with an expert on sex as your mother?
Well, I can assure you that Mel is not in the least bit intimidated in that particular area. Besides, Mare, as he likes to call her, is quite charming. She's warm and funny and smart, like mother, like son. His daughter, though, Dorothy, might be a handful.
Lying here in bed being fussed over by charming women is not the most terrible thing there is. Don't think I would have chosen this particular way to get your attention. And now that I have, I assume you and Mare have met my friend, Dorian Lord.
Yes, we have.
And?
Well, I think Mare had a nice conversation with her.
And?
Her niece, Kelly, is very pretty.
And?
The doctor told me not to worry yet. You know, I should probably go.
Dor, let's not dance around this. You met Dorian. What do you think of him?
I think I hate her.
Oh.
Dad.
No, I'll live. I'll live. Just, if you could take that knife out of my back that you just planted there.
You asked me what I thought of Miss Lord. I told you.
Well, I can't expect you to like the woman just because I do. But she's become part of the scene, though. So can I tell you why?
No. Just like your bare backside, that's another thing I don't want to think about.
You remember that 63 Beetle I used to drive around until it literally shimmied apart?
The one we called the Fume Mobile?
Yeah. I used to make fun of that car. Till I bought a new one. Sexy second-hand Mustang. She decided to hate for no apparent reason. He wouldn't even drive around in that Mustang with me. That's how invested you were in hating. Just because you'd formed an attachment to that Beetle I was trading.
Is there a point to this story?
Please. Honey, don't invest in hating Dorian.
She's a sexy Mustang? Then who's the beat-up old bug? My mother?
That's a long, long way from what I meant. I didn't trade in your mother. She died. And I miss her. All the time.
That's why when I think about somebody replacing her, I'm not ready for that. But I guess that's my problem, right? It's not yours. Maybe we can just, come up with a compromise. You just give me a little time, and I will keep an open mind to Dorian. Dad, I'm sort of apologizing. Hello?
Well, how did it go?
We survived.
Well, survival's good work for one day.
He's sleeping now.
Good. Then maybe we should take the time and get some rest ourselves.
What are you doing? I'm not going to let Todd take anything else away from me, and that includes my job.
You mean to tell me you weren't going to that office to work beside that monster?
Dorian, it won't be for long, because once I've landed in, see, I will have the pick of the Armitage papers, where I will be second in command, where I will make all of the shots, and then I will show the Sun what a real newspaper can do. Pardon my food. Oh. Blair. Kelly. Hello, Ian.
Yeah?
How's Mel?
Oh, I don't know. When we left, he was doing better, but that was a while ago.
You see, Ian thought that Kelly could use a break. Wasn't that considerate of him?
Yeah, we went to Serenity Springs.
Well, just briefly, now, I would like to know how you're doing. It must have been hell last night with Star in the middle of all that carnage.
Yes, it was horrible. 2 men being gunned down in her daddy's apartment.
Innocence has its rewards. I know you must be very relieved about Mel.
Yes, I am. And I really should be getting back to him now.
And I should let you go. But thank you for a wonderful morning.
Ah, well, you're more than welcome. Please don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything that I can do to help.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I say something?
All right now. We're all exhausted. We're all upset. Let's not make it any worse.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Thank you for your self-control.
You are welcome.
Blair, may I offer one small word of advice?
You know, if I could stop you?
Concentrate your emotional energy on getting custody of Star. Don't waste it on a battle with Kelly over Ian. You've got plenty of time for that.
If Kelly gets in my way with Ian, I will squash her like a bug. And I'm willing to bet that our dear Ian won't even notice.
Nothing to say about Patrick. He's dead. Bad guys are gone. It's all over.
You still don't understand, do you? I am on your side. I want to help you, Todd, but I need to know more. And I swear to you, I will not tell anyone. I'm your lawyer. You pay me to keep your secret. And I'm your wife. I can't be compelled to testify against you.
There's nothing for me to tell you.
Okay. Don't tell. I'll do the telling. You just tell me if I'm wrong. Let's start at ground zero. You want to hurt Patrick any way you know how. So you go digging around for something, and you find something. He was somehow involved in Lord Wyden's murder. Now, this is where I take my first big leap. And I've watched you, and I've listened. And I think you know a lot more than you've ever admitted about the Armitage bomb.
Go on.
So, knowing what you know about Lord Wyden's murder and seeing the perfect opportunity to set Patrick up, I think you might have planned the bombing on the Armitage yacht.
All right. As long as we're playing this game. Maybe it was an accident that Armitage got killed. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be anywhere near the yacht that blew up.
Well, if that's what happened, that's truly horrible.
Yeah, you got that right.
So, wait, stay with me here. Patrick has an alibi, and so all charges are dropped, but you are still determined to get him. So, the sun keeps on the Whiting story, and you stir things up with the Armitage papers until the Irish authorities decide to reopen the Whiting case and question Patrick. Now, this is where it gets a little murky.
Well, don't stop now. It's just getting interesting.
You waited for several days for a very important phone call, as if you knew something bad was going to happen. Then one day before Patrick was questioned, two crazy gunmen come to town and start shooting everybody. I think you knew that. I think you knew that, and for some reason it was out of your control and you got scared, and that's why you wanted you, me, and Star to leave town. Obviously, you weren't fast enough. So Mahoney shows up in our living room, ready to kill you and everyone else, because you know just as much as Patrick does about the crime they committed.
You have a terrific imagination.
It's just a hypothesis. And it doesn't begin to explain why you hated Patrick as much as you did. But if it's the reason for all of this disaster, and your daughter could have died because of it, it must have been a heavy burden to carry.
If that's how things happen.
Thank you for letting me do that. I'm still frightened, but at least it makes more sense now.
Delgado, I didn't tell you a thing.
I think you told me that, you're beginning to trust me. Or is that just, something else I'm imagining?
What do you want I trust you with my kid, all right? The one person in the world that I care about. I mean, how much more trust do you want from me?
Okay, so I make the cut as a babysitter. I was thinking of something else.
What do you want my trust for anyway? I mean, it's an overrated concept. I mean, what do you really get with trust?
A little comfort, maybe? The feeling that you're not totally alone?
Whatever. Listen, so now what? I mean, now that your theory has me responsible for killing a couple of people.
Listen, I am not judging you, Todd. I am trying to understand.
That would be a first.
Why should I beat you up? You do a very good job of that all by yourself.
Years of practice.
Don't you ever just want to give it a rest?
Yeah. We took that trip. Almost.
You mean when we were going to hide out? That's not exactly my idea of a vacation. On the other hand...
What?
We could take a vacation now. You, me, and Star. Where would Star want to go?
Star? She'd probably want to go, you know, that place with the big rodent and the flying teacups.
Well, what do you think?
Can you really see me in the happiest place on earth? I'd rather take out my small intestines with a cocktail fork.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, come on, let's do that, yeah.
You mean it?
Yeah. Right, you pick a coast, any coast. We'll go to the biggest theme park in the world. Hey, Shorty, guess what?
Do you know what this means? Leslie was signing to Frankie. You're a meanie.
Were they fighting?
Oh, they got over it. Frankie just caught the water wings.
What? What? Were they in the pool?
No, they were playing under the dining room table.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hey, what's wrong?
You knew Patrick better than I did. I was just thinking about how 1 minute is here and the next,
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get past that.
Yeah, but you know the selfish part is when the guns were blasting and Patrick and Mel went down, I kept thinking, could have been you. I could have lost you.
But you didn't. I'm still here. And you're still upset, which makes me wonder.
What?
Are you sure you're okay with the three of us working together? I mean, I know you said that we could work together without driving each other crazy, but if you've had a change of heart, Max, just let me know, okay? It's not gonna bother me. I don't want anything to come between us. I mean, I can find another project to work on. I can't find another year.
You know what's scary? Every day I ask myself what I did to deserve such a wonderful woman like you, and I can't find the answer. I didn't think I'd ever be able to love again, and you taught me how. Oh, you taught me so many things. Your passion, your stubbornness, your warmth. That incredibly beautiful face. The smell of your hair.
I'm in love with my life, and you're babbling. Not that I mind what you're saying at all, but what's really going on, Matt?
You're thinking about you, about me, about us. Together, forever. Will you marry me?
You want to get married? Do you remember how long it took us to get to this point, and just to be friends and lovers? And I mean, this is a major accomplishment for us. And I want to keep going. I want to keep loving each other. And yeah, I want to get married eventually someday. Oh, gosh. But it's always been in the back of my mind. I just didn't think you were in any big hurry. And I really wasn't either, so, why here, why now?
Well, because it just hit me right here, right now. I can't live without you. And listen, you say yes, and I will do this proposal the way it's supposed to be done. You know, with candlelight and champagne, diamond rings so big you have to wear shades.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm still reeling off what happened yesterday.
Well, say yes because of what happened yesterday, because everything would just be ripped away in a heartbeat. Everything you care about. Say yes, because all we can do in this life is hold on to the people we love. How can you do that, please? Please just say yes. Just one little word.
Oh.
my God.
Oh. Sorry. Excuse me.
No, Ian, you have to hear the most amazing news.
Are you sure you're ready to spread the word?
Are you kidding, my twin? He probably already knows telepathically.
I'm afraid the reception's a bit hazy today. What news?
Max and I are getting married.
Oh, well, that's incredible. When did this happen?
Just a moment ago, he asked, I accepted.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh,
Congratulations. Thank you. Well, have you set a date?
no, we haven't even had the official proposal yet.
Tonight at the palace.
At the palace. I should probably go call Renee and reserve a table.
Great, and you tell her I'll be checking in with her because I want all the bells in this thing.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Oh.
My God, you move faster than you need to.
I don't know what you mean.
It's just a coincidence, this proposal. Asking for a major commitment now, So it's just that much more difficult for her to walk away from you when she finds out what you've done.
I proposed to Maggie because I love her. So would you back off?
Oh, I am backing way off. Because my sister is the only thing in this world that I care about, and I will not be a part of you using and manipulating her. So, I am out.
Out of what?
If you want to play hardball with Asa Buchanan on the waterfront, you can go right ahead. Because I have nothing left to prove, not to Asa, not to my father, not to anyone, and I don't want you to have any part of it.
We have a deal. You can't just take your money and walk away.
Watch me. If my sister wants to marry me, I can't stop her. But I can tell you where you and I stand. And our business relationship is over.
I was on my way to the office when I drove by the park and saw Star there.
Look, we had a deal. You want to see Star, you got to make an appointment.
There may not be an appointment to make if Star is gunned down by one of your colorful
Oh,
acquaintances.
that's real funny. Ha, ha. You think this is something to joke about?
What happened in your apartment last night was horrible. And what if it happens again, Todd, and Taya's not here? You saved my daughter's life. And I'll never forget that. But you don't know what it's like to wonder, what if it happens again?
Actually, I do know. I consider Star a part of my family now.
Well, she's not. She's my flesh and blood, not yours.
I understand that.
Here you go. Hey, you know what? Daddy has a big surprise for you. We're going to take you on a special trip to a magical place.
Are you going away after all?
Yes. We are going away, just 3 of us. So you'll still have your paid vacation. And we'll all have a wonderful time.
You do that. And you take a lot of pictures so you can remember what Star looks like. Because when I come back, I'm going to sue for sole custody. And this time the judge will see you for the murdering psychopath that you are. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
Tomorrow on One Life to Live.
I, for one, would like to go on the record as saying that I would really like this to work out.
What's going on with this, Mom? And I don't think it has anything to do with a motorcycle.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Shall I tell her?